What the fuck is this, Nintendo? This, ladies and gentlemen, is apparently the 2DS. Nintendo has announced today this monstrosity of a machine, in my own opinion, the 2DS, will be available from the 12th of October. Now, looking at it, did a child design it with some crayons? Did the child have one blind eye and 3 fingers missing? Really? The biggest obvious difference between the Nintendo 2DS and the 3DS, the design wise of it I should say, is the fact that it's like somebody's got a 3DS and just laid it flat for some bizarre reason. Now, I don't know about any of you guys, but the one thing I like about the Nintendo line of handheld consoles that have the clamshell design is the obvious reason that the screens are protected. When you're not playing the console, you close the clamshell and the screen's not going to get damaged. What the fuck is this monstrosity? It's due to be released October the 12th, like I said, same day as Pokemon X and Y for $129.99, whatever that is in UK money, then add a bit more because that's how it seems to work. Now get this guys, the 2DS, what a bloody retarded name, the 2DS is fully compatible with DS games, score, and 3DS games, score. I hear you say. Guess what though? The 2DS, the name's a big clue here people, the 2DS does not play the games in 3D. That's right, the Nintendo 2DS does not play the Nintendo 3DS games in 3D. So it's basically like you've got a 3DS, switched the 3D slider right down to the bottom and laid it out flat somehow. What a bloody odd design. Why Nintendo? Obviously the 3DS and 3DS XL are still going to be available while this console's out, which makes me question who is going to buy this. There's not a great price difference between the 2DS and the 3DS or the 3DS XL. You're looking at $40 between the 2DS and the 3DS and $70 between the 2DS and the 3DS XL. Why is anybody going to want to buy this machine that's gimped in the way that the games are obviously going to be designed for the 3D effect to be played on the 3DS, and you're going to buy them and put them on a machine that just can't display the 3D imagery? Ooh, doesn't make fucking sense to me, Nintendo. What are you thinking, son? It's going to be available in the red colour and the blue colour, and another bizarre twist, it's only got one speaker, so it'll play mono sound unless you're listening through a pair of headphones, and then obviously it'll be stereo. Coming direct from the mouth of Nintendo, Phil's Amy. I don't like that name, sorry, I cannot pronounce it. Partly Nintendo are wanting to appeal to a younger audience. 3DS is aimed at players age 7 and over. Now that does make sense, because when the 3DS first came out there was a big hoo-ha about how young children shouldn't be playing the 3DS with the 3D capability or the 3D function switched on, as it could potentially affect their eye development. I think it wasn't good for their eyes basically. So for that point of view it makes sense this could be marketed towards the younger children, but bizarre, I don't know. To continue, we're always thinking about what we can do that's new, unique, different, stupid, and brings more people into this category that we love. And so with the Nintendo 3DS we were clear to parents that hey, we recommend that your children be 7 and older to utilise this device. So clearly that creates an opportunity for 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, that first time handheld gaming consumer. We've always been thinking about how do we approach that as one target, he continued, and that certainly helped spur the idea of the Nintendo 2DS. Let's have the consumer have access to all these great games, Mario Kart 7, Animal Crossing, but do it in a 2D capability with a device that has a dramatically lower price point. That's just an example of how we're always thinking about how do we get more people playing games? How do you make more money, more like? How do we get more people playing Nintendo games? Now, I am a parent, none of my children are this age, but if either of them were 5-year-old and one of them came to me and says, Daddy, can I get a 2DS? I'd be like, no, I'm not going to buy you a 2DS, because if I buy you a 2DS in a year and a half or 2 years time, or if it was a 6-year-old child wanting a 2DS in a year's time, you're going to want a 3DS, so I'm going to have to shell out more money. Why not just get the 3DS and have the 3D switched off and tell your child they're not allowed to switch it on? So there you have it people, the Nintendo 2DS. It's going to be released October the 12th for $129.99. Another bizarre move from Nintendo. Things like this worry me, they really do. As always guys, if you like what you hear, please press the like button, your support's greatly appreciated. If you're new to the channel, please press the subscribe button, make sure you come back for future content, and as always guys, until next time.